Hi again then guys, and welcome to another Forza Horizon 3 speed build. This time we're going for a very capable car on pretty much any game that it's featured on. The Ford Mustang GT500 by Shelby. Very fast car, very capable, as I said. Personally, I actually like the previous generation of this car a little bit more. I love that original GT500, or not original GT500, but the first of the modern GT500s. Which is usually a unicorn car, actually, on most of the Forza games that it's featured on. Now, as far as conversions, I would recommend, obviously, that 1500 horsepower engine. It's pretty obvious by this point. Again, obviously, all-wheel drive, I would always recommend that. Some people might not want it. That's fine. If you don't want to, don't fit it, but as I said, I would recommend it. As far as the aspiration, as you can see, I would recommend that twin-turbo. For the visuals, it's down to you, of course, but for the rest, just increase that power as much as you can, lower the weight as much as you can, within reason, and fit everything to the car with race in the title. So, brakes, suspension, tyres, you know, all that kind of good stuff. As you can see, I have opted to fit a roll cage to this one, because as I've said before, it does improve muscle cars quite a bit. Usually it improves classic muscle cars more than modern ones, I should say, but in this case it actually improves this car a lot as well. Now, as you can see from the benchmark, it's rapid, really rapid. 1.6 to 60, 3.6 to 100, 267 flat out. The top end speed is pretty good, but it's the acceleration which by far is more impressive about this car. Now, as far as the gearbox, I would recommend a final drive of 3.4, then individual gears of 2.9, 2, 151, 117, 0.94 and 0.77. For the alignment, you guys know the drill, neutral, camber and tow, unless of course you specifically want some. 4 degrees of caster on this car, anti-roll I've got on 34 and 20, springs on 243, 183, and I've opted to increase the front ride height a little bit compared to the back, about an inch higher, or a centimetre higher I should say, not an inch. Dampers we've got on 16, 12, 8 and 6. Aero doesn't apply, and for the diff we've got 100% on acceleration, 0 on decel, and a 70% bias toward the back end. Now this tune, I can't recall if it's on my storefront or not, but have a look for it of course, or with any of my cars, just use the keywords down below to check out if there is a tune up for it. But all that remains obviously is to actually take it out on the street to see how quick it is. Now, as I mentioned, overall, by far, the best feature about this Mustang is the acceleration. The top speed's pretty good, but the acceleration is monstrously quick. It can easily take on a number of supercars, not just muscle cars, and the value for money on this vehicle is fantastic. It does tend to get overshadowed by the GT350R, which is, for obvious reasons, it's a newer car, you can start the game with it, and technically I would say that is a superior vehicle. But don't discount this car. For those who like it, it's a lot of fun, and you can get a bonus point or a free cookie down in the comments if you can correctly identify what game I'm tributing with this livery on the car. But that's it for this tune overall. Of course, there are plenty more on the channel to check out, and for now, as always, thanks for watching.